Hi YouTube, it's Kathy. Welcome back to VEDA. It is day 4, and according to my calendar, I'm supposed to talk about problematic favorites today. That is, I'm supposed to pick somebody famous who people will know that I enjoy, and then talk about all of their flaws. And to be honest, this gave me an anxiety attack. Just a little one. I am all for calling out people when they do problematic things. It's incredibly important to be critical of the media that we consume. But for some reason, being asked to pick somebody and to just complain about them in a video just felt a little bit daunting and stressful, and I really don't want to do it. Humans are invariably flawed. We are all flawed. And this isn't me trying to say that if somebody that we've loved has done something terrible, it's fine, we should just completely ignore it. No, we shouldn't ignore it when people do problematic things, but we do need to remember that people are complex and that people are flawed. That's one of the reasons why I didn't feel perfect picking a random stranger who happens to be famous and talking about all of the bad things they've ever done in their lives. So what I propose instead for my version of this video is I'm going to say some of my favorite things and some of the problems about those things. I feel much comfortable talking about concepts and deconstructing them than deconstructing a human I don't even know. My first example is veganism. I'm a vegan because I believe we shouldn't torture and then slaughter animals for food when we can eat other things. It's also better for the environment, and there are several other videos on the interwebs that could tell you all about it if you're interested. When veganism becomes problematic, however, is when the activists themselves become incredibly ableist. There are many people in the world who have valid reasons why they eat meat. And you know what? That is their choice, just like being a vegan is my choice. And sometimes people within the vegan movement cast anyone who's not vegan as the devil. And you know what? That's just not fair. Sometimes people eat animal products because packaged foods are cheaper than produce. Sometimes people physically don't have enough access to plant-based foods to get a complete nutritional diet. Something else that I'm a pretty big fan of is swearing. I do swear quite often. I try to not swear in my videos just because you never know who could be watching and that type of thing, but I find it's something that is incredibly emphatic, and it has this moment of catharsis where it just makes things feel better. If I can just swear in that moment and move on, it's wonderful. Where swearing becomes problematic is how other people have different reactions to swearing. Sometimes people will be offended, sometimes people will not enjoy the specific words that I use, and sometimes that little outburst actually bothers them, whereas it's making me feel way better. If I swear casually around you, it's a sign that I am comfortable with you. It's just problematic that that is not a universal function of that type of language. And for this reason, if I like swearing but you don't and you let me know, I won't swear around you. Or at least I'll really try not to. I mean, stub toes. Finally, I really love spending time in my own house, completely alone, reading, watching Netflix, anything like that. However, where that becomes problematic is I need exercise for various reasons. 1, just to be physically healthy. 2, it actually is very helpful for my mental health. So I actually have been training myself to go outside and have enough walks. And I've had to use things like podcasts to keep myself interested, and I've even joined an app where they take your money, and if over the next 6 weeks you don't make your step quota, you don't get your money back. I think there's been food in my teeth the whole video. Whoops. So while I'm passionate about being a vegan, swearing, and having my introvert time, there are problems with those things. Do you have any favorite things, and are they problematic? Let me know about them down in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow for another edition of VEDA. Bye!